Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna go a little live streaming today because I figured why not? Might be that time anyways, to be quite honest, because it's one of those things where I haven't had time to. I don't think I'm gonna have the rest of the week to do a live chat or live stream. Sorry. If you are gonna be sending a chat or a message, I won't see it. I'm using OBS. I'm still learning this thing. I keep saying this every time. I should learn this eventually and figure this stuff out. I'll have to work on the tutorial and read up the help docs or read or RTFM for some of those that are technical. But I'm just going to bring up the point of the Islanders. If you saw yesterday's video that I posted about the Islanders game and what they should do to beat the the Hurricanes. I'm thinking football for some reason, but now thinking about as far as how they should beat the Hurricanes. Basically, I basically said the biggest thing is Sorokin did decent enough yesterday. He was decent enough. The thing is like it's their power play, the Islanders power play, but more so the fact that turnovers were a big thing, and you saw it. And the second goal, it was a turnover. First goal, turnover practically as well too. When the Hurricanes scored the first two goals, it was pretty much all for turnover essentially. So it's one of those things where we knew if they were gonna keep turning over the puck, they were gonna lose, or at least be down, and that was the case. This situation, and Barzal played okay, but he wasn't great to the point where he needed to be basically. Unfortunately, and everyone around him pretty much were not doing what he needed to do. So this is one of those things where I think we saw that the Islanders had a shot. This is one of those things where if they did win, they probably would have actually come out big in this game. I think honestly, it would have been an upset if they beat them out in this game, game one. Sorry, yesterday. But turns out it wasn't the case. I really wish it was, but sadly it isn't. Now, as far as what can they do to what they can do for game two, it comes down to the same thing again, basically. I mean, honestly, they have to basically prevent the turnovers, minimize the turnovers at least. That's one thing. They have to minimize the turnovers, and then of course the other big thing is basically giving the Hurricanes power plays. I mean, honestly, it's just like the fact that they gave them power plays, but the fact that when the Islanders had the power plays in their favor, they just couldn't capitalize. I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, I understand the Hurricanes' defense is really great, but I mean, honestly, yesterday was not something that was not that great. I mean, in the first power play, basically, in the situation where Barzal had a shot, it was like literally a weak shot to the net. And then the Hurricanes cleared the zone at that point. I'm like, are you kidding? And then then there was the other factor as well too. Was Barzal making that pass to Dobson went into the neutral zone at that point. I mean, that was I mean, I'm not to put it in all on Barzal, but I mean, honestly, I expect more from Barzal. To be quite honest, as I said in my prior videos, Barzal needs to step up into the playoffs to do really well at this point. And I mean, honestly, it's a case where I don't know what's going to happen. That's something where I think Sorokin can only do so much. I mean, unless he throws, shuts out the game. There's only so much you can do. Basically, quite honestly, I hate to say it, but that's it. Um, let's put it this way: if they're down 2-0, if the Islanders are down 2-0, they're going to either be swept or it's going to be a 4-1, basically. It's pretty much it. They might come out with a game. But if they're down 2-0, they're not winning this series at all. And two, it'd probably be a sweep, or two, they'll just eke out a win at that point, honestly. Quite honestly. That's as far as I can think that's going to happen at this point. Um, I thought, honestly, Barzal coming back maybe might reignite their offense a little bit, but it sort of felt like it was for a second there, but yet it didn't at that point. So honestly, this is something where I hate to say it, but if the Islanders do uh, get swept, or even most likely losing the first round of the playoffs, get eliminated in the first round, I really hate to say this, but I think it's time to. I don't want to scrap the team and rebuild, but maybe the aging players, you're gonna have to buy them out, trade them out, do whatever you can, and start bringing in more younger guys, fresher legs. And as far as the coaching is concerned, I hate to say this, but it's a possibility you might have to. I really don't want to see that happen, but honestly, it's a case where I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough sell to put it that way. Basically, I mean, honestly, it's if Lambert can't pull this team and at least make it a close series. I mean, if the Islanders go down 2-0 and they get eliminated and by winning just one game, you're gonna have to get Lambert. But if Lambert can make this a series, and like if he can make this a series, maybe give him one more year. But honestly, I think it's a case where like maybe you have to replace Lambert. Unfortunately, I mean honestly, Lamarillo has done all that he can, but I think it's time for him to retire. Maybe give it to his son or Chris Lamarillo, basically, and maybe it's his turn to step in and like try to build this team up. I don't know, honestly, because this is not something that I think is going to happen. Honestly, maybe the Islanders need to trade off a lot of their players, get some draft picks. I think they got to build the draft capital. Honestly, quite honestly, they need to build their draft capital. That's what I think it's going to come down to. That's pretty much it. For those that are new to my channel, by the way, I do once a week. I try to live stream once a week. It was it was a New Year's resolution that I would stream at least once a week. This might be the second time this week, anyways, that I'm streaming. But this is the case. I think I need to stream very closely about the Islanders on like how they lost. Because like if you saw yesterday's video, and if you like any of my content, or if you enjoy my content, please like and also please subscribe. If you don't like my content, you're welcome to not like it. But I do ask that if you can please subscribe. I do mention in my earlier videos that if I hit 1 million viewers, I do some dance and all that stuff. If I hit 10 million viewers choice or players choice is where I dance and what dance I do basically at that point. So whether I get 10 million subscribers or 1 million subscribers, that will be impressive in and of itself. And again, I will do whatever at that point, to be quite honest. Honestly, but from the fact of what your thoughts are about I do welcome feedback on my channel, critiques. I do welcome comments. Like I said, I do read my comments, or say in my other videos, I do read my comments. I do respond to them. There was actually someone that actually responded to one of my videos about the Mets, and I responded back to him. I think I hopefully answered his question. But I do, like I said, read my comments, and I do answer them the best of my ability. I might lead into another video at that point based on those comments as well too. But in this case, this is one of those things where I'm doing a live stream because it's relatively short amount of time, and I would like to go watch the next game very soon. But quite honestly, yeah, I'm a Knicks fan as well too. But I am an Islanders fan first and foremost as well too. Let's not forget that too. And I was there when they, I was there. I thought when they drafted JT, I thought he was the next coming. I honestly thought he was the next coming, which he kind of sort of was. Tavares, I wish he didn't leave, but it happens. But honestly, let's see what happens in this series, the next couple of games. I mean, specifically the next game. If the Islanders lose the next game, it's going to be a tough sell, basically. I honestly think it's going to be a tough sell for the Islanders to get out of the first round. I think they're going to be eliminated. Maybe eke out one win at most, and that's it. But outside of that, that's all I can say. Again, let me know your thoughts. I know, unfortunately, I can't see the live comments or chat or live text or whatever messages that come through. If there is live messaging coming through, great. If you see this video after the live is done, you still can comment. I do ask you comment and leave me some feedback. So I am open to criticism. So mind you, I will, if you critique me on the channel, to make it better, I welcome it basically. I do welcome it at that point. So if you think there's something I should do to make it much more better, let me know. I try to make it to the point where I don't have a script. I just go off the top of my head basically. And I do have to say this, I don't do a lot of fact checking. I wish I should, but I don't as much. I mean, most of the stuff I'm doing is basically stuff that I'm seeing off the news, reading on the web and such, etc. basically. But if I do fact check, I will let you know that I fact checked it basically. Some of the cases, most cases, it's like hearsay, some of the stuff, and sometimes based on like social media and all that stuff as well too, which I shouldn't do. But yeah, I do at that point. In any case, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed.